John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear.
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
that you will
Obviously, a
faithfully
weed line
execute the
is
office
relatively
of President
visual
of
at
the United
times.
States.
that I will faithfully execute
And as I
the
think about
office
weed lines
of
or I
President
think
of the
about
United
current
States,
edges, you
And
got to
will, to the
remember,
best of
guys, you
your
got to be
ability,
conscious
and
of
will, to the best of my
noticing
ability,
every little
preserve,
change in water
protect,
as you
and
travel.
defend the
So whether
Constitution
you're
of the
a guy
United
that's
States.
sitting at the
Preserve,
helm
protect,
driving,
and defend
there's two guys
the
behind you and they're
Constitution of the
looking in
United
certain
States.
directions,
So help you God.
remember
So
that
help me God.
morning time, a lot of times it's easier for the guys that are looking back as you're traveling forward to really notice differences in the water. Sometimes the glare is very, very hard to see differences and stuff, and you're pretty much trying to make way, but the guys who are looking in this direction behind you, which is not normal for most guys who travel on boats to think, but pick the area that's easy, where you can see the best, and notice the water. Now, before we dissect
Johnson.
into this,
Mr. Speaker,
when I say a weed line can
Justice,
be 10
President
inches of
Eisenhower,
grass, seaweed, that
Vice
stretches
President
along
Nixon,
an area that's,
President
sparse.
Truman,
It can, I've seen it
Reverend clergy,
100 yards
fellow
wide
citizens.
and solid in some of the places in the Bahamas.
we
So
observe
again,
today
the reason the
not
seaweed
a
is there is
victory of
because
party,
two currents have
but a
relatively
celebration of freedom,
pushed that seaweed into that spot.
symbolizing an end,
That stuff has
as
come
well as a
together for a
beginning,
reason. It just didn't come together
signifying
and ride in a
renewal,
straight line. So
as well as
understand
change.
it
For I have
formed in that
sworn
line
before
because
you
there's either a
and
temperature
Almighty
break
God,
or there's two differences
the
in current
same
right there.
solemn oath,
That's going to cause
our
a food
forebears
source. That's your
prescribed
food source, that weed
nearly
line,
a
or
century
the
and
current edge.
three-quarters ago.
And you're going to hear me talk about a current
the
edge.
world is very different
Just
now.
as important as a weed line at times, and
A
sometimes
man
even
holds in his mortal
you're
hand
able to generate more fish
the power
off of a
to
current
abolish
edge. Now,
all
the
forms
simplest
of
current
human
edge being
poverty,
green water on
and all
one side
forms
and
of
blue
human
on the
life.
other. Where
and yet
we're going to
the
get into
same
what side you should troll,
revolutionary
but
belief
understanding that
for
edge
which
or where
our
those two
forebears
pieces of
fought
water come together,
are still
that's
an issue
again
around the
probably
globe.
going to be a current change,
The belief that the
temperature
rights of
change,
man
and at times that's where your
come
food
not
source
from the
is. Now,
generosity of the state,
to get really
but from the
intricate
hand of
about
God.
color changes,
We dare not
what
forget
you
today
visually see on the
that
surface,
we are
a lot
the
of
heirs
times
of that
dealing with some of
first
these commercial
revolution.
fishing guys, I can
Let
tell
the
you
word
that
go forth
that color change
from
that you
this
see
time and
visually on the
place
surface as you
to
travel,
friend and foe alike.
you may go down 15
the
or 20
torch
feet
has
if you,
been passed
some of your divers,
to a new
some guys
generation of Americans
modern day guys who go down and spearfish
Born in
offshore.
this century,
If you've ever jumped
tempered
over on
by
the blue
war,
side or the green side and swam down, a
disciplined
lot
by
of
a
times you'll
hard
notice
and
that
bitter peace,
either the blue water or the green
proud
water
of
has
our
actually
ancient
moved
heritage,
up underneath the other
and
one. So a lot of
unwilling to
times
witness
you'll notice
or
that
permit
you may troll the green side and be
slow
having
undoing
success on the green side of an
of
edge.
those
But
human
really
rights
what's happened is 5
to
or 10
which
feet
this
underneath that
nation
blue
has
side has
always
made
been
its way
committed,
underneath the green side.
and to
Nonetheless,
which we
we'll
are
get into
committed
which side to
today
troll, but
at
in
home
understanding weed
and
lines,
around the
current
world.
edges, another thing I want to tell you, as you're traveling, you're looking out in front of your boat or behind your boat for differences in the water.
let every nation
You
know
really got to notice surface
whether it wishes us well or
structure.
ill,
You got to notice
that
what the
we shall
wind is
pay
doing to the
any
surface,
price,
what currents do to the surface.
bear any burden,
One of my captains, Mark
meet
Danley,
any
used to
hardship,
say, just you see that
support
edge there? If you
any
squint your
friend,
eyes, really, you can
oppose
kind of see
any
that
foe,
difference. And I
ensure
have
the
thick glasses to
survival
begin
and
with,
the
but
success of
nonetheless, he
liberty.
used to drive the boat, so it was my job to hook the fish. But nonetheless, sometimes you're looking out and you look and it seems like you
This
see a
much we
slick where
pledge
the
and
water's
more.
different in a certain spot.
To those old
Especially
allies
when there's no wind or very
whose
little wind,
cultural
you're going to notice
and
that
spiritual
seaweed
origins
or grass
we
or
share,
something floating is
we
going to
pledge
change
the
the
loyalty
structure of the
of
way the
faithful
water
friends.
looks. The surface is going
United,
to be
there
different.
is little we
And it's
cannot
always
do
worth a look.
in a host
You've
of
mapped out your
cooperative
day.
ventures.
You've gone through where you
Divided,
think you
there
want to
is little
travel
we
for the day.
can
But
do.
as you travel
Oh,
in
we
that
dare not
direction,
meet a
and
powerful
you look out
challenge
there and you
at all
see a
and split
half
asunder.
a foot chop, which
To
goes
those
to
new states whom
relatively
we welcome
smooth
to the
chop,
ranks of the free,
and then picks back up.
we
There's a
pledge
reason
our
there. Now,
word
sometimes it's boats
that
traveling.
one form of colonial
Sometimes it's
control
not. Sometimes it's a stream
shall
of
not
oil.
have passed
Sometimes
away,
it's floating
merely
debris.
to be
So as
replaced
you really
by a far
spend
more
your time
iron
traveling,
tyranny.
you got to be looking at all
We
those
shall
little
not
differences.
always expect to find them supporting
finding a
our
weed
view.
line or going,
But
finding an
we
edge is
shall
going
always
to,
hope
really
to
increase your
find them
chances. So understand
strongly
as you travel,
supporting their own
whether you're looking
freedom.
forward or
And to
my job
remember
today is to
that
look
in the
back
past,
as we travel that way. I'm
those who
scanning, I'm looking, I see
foolishly
differences,
sought
and if I think it's
by
important enough, I
riding
tell
the
Cap,
back
hey
of the
Cap,
tiger,
pull her back,
ended
let's go
up inside.
investigate what I see here. As far as the actual grass itself, definitely
To
worth
those people
investigating, definitely
in the
worth
huts and
investing
villages
some time in a
of half the
direction
globe
on that seaweed. Turtle
struggling to
grass, you're
break
going to
the
see turtle
bonds of
grass.
mass
It's a
misery,
long leafy type
we
of
pledge our
grass.
best efforts to help them
Honestly,
help
not that
themselves.
productive. Doesn't hold that much
whatever
bait.
period
If
is
it's the only
required,
thing around, at
not because
times,
the
yes,
communists
maybe
may
it'll
be
hold
doing
some
it,
fish. But what you notice,
not
this
because
turtle
we
grass
seek
that you
their
can
votes,
see, this
but
turtle
because
grass,
it is right.
a lot of times,
If a free
where we
society
live down here comes from the
cannot
backwater. It
help
comes
the
out of
many who are
Biscayne Bay.
poor,
It comes out of, and in the
it
Bahamas
cannot
and certain
save the
places,
few who
there
are
is
rich.
turtle grass in back around your mangroves and those kind of areas where the outgoing tide actually pushes that grass out.
To
And a
our
lot of
sister
times you see like a
republic,
white foam with it. It's almost
south
like
of
a
our
sandy
border,
foam, but that's
we
from
offer a
inshore.
special pledge
Not really that productive
to
when it comes to
convert our
dolphin
good
fishing because
word
it doesn't hold bait.
into
So
good
understanding those two differences with the
in a
seaweed,
new alliance
very
for
important. And
progress
again, I want to get
to assist
into
free
the
men
current again
and
and
free
understanding
government
that edge.
in casting
before we
off the
dissect it.
chains of poverty.
Blue
But this
water,
peaceful
smoky
revolution
blue
of
water,
hope
green water.
cannot become the prey
The differences
of
in all
hostile
of them.
powers. Let
If you're
all
offshore
our
and you're running
neighbors
offshore
know
and you're in generally, near
we
shore
shall
is generally
join with
dirtier
them
than it is offshore
to
in
oppose
most places in the
aggression
world,
or
just because all of the
subversion
land contents
anywhere
that are
in the
rolling off
Americas.
on an outgoing tide.
and let every
But
other
let's just
power
say
know that
I'm
this
looking at a
hemisphere intends to
blue-green
remain
edge.
the master of its
That
own
green
house.
water obviously has nutrients in it, but generally green water has less oxygen in it than blue water. So
To
if you
that
have a
World Assembly
strong
of
deep
Sovereign
purple
States,
blue against the
United
green,
Nations,
in general,
our
your
last
quality
best
of
hope
water is going to be much better
in an age
in the
where
blue
the
water. And
instruments of
oxygen
war
is generally what makes water
have
blue.
far outpaced
Some of the places we fished
the
in the
instruments
world,
of peace.
Yucatan Channel, it's almost it's
renew our
iridescent
pledge of
purple.
support
There's so much life there
to prevent
because
it from
the quality
becoming
of the water is so
merely
good.
a forum
The
for
green
invective,
water caters to certain
to
kinds of
strengthen its
fish, dirtier
shield
water kingfish
of the new
like,
and the weak,
but pelagics,
and to
migratory fish,
enlarge the area
love blue water,
in
dolphin,
which its
they're going to
grit
love
may
the
run.
cleaner water than they are the dirty
Finally,
water. So
to
as we
those
kind of
nations
navigate through this, just remember
who would make
when we start talking
themselves our
about which
adversary,
direction of the to
we
try to
offer
weed
not
down
a
or which
pledge,
side of an edge to fish.
but a request
Remember, cleaner
that
water,
both
generally
sides
pelagic fish, big
begin
game
anew the
fish are
quest
going
for
to be
peace.
more apt to hang in blue water
before
than
the
they are
dark
in green.
powers of destruction
So let's kind of create a
unleashed
scenario.
by
Let's
science
continue with it. Let's say
engulf
you
all
are here.
humanity
Okay, as I make my
in
way
planned or
offshore,
accidental
I've mapped out
self-destruction.
my path.
We dare
I
not
notice a
tempt them with
difference and I
weakness.
say, Cap, let's pull the boat
For
back. I
only
see a
when
weed
our
line
arms
or an edge in the
are
distance here.
sufficient
I'm always going
beyond
to pull
doubt,
that throttle back and I'm going to
can
take
we
one
be
more look
certain
around. I'm going to
beyond
look at
doubt
my coolers.
that
I'm
they
going to
will
make sure
never
my
be
bait
employed.
box is ready. I got my dip net
But
for my
neither
well
can
and
two
everything
great
is ready to go.
and powerful
Now,
groups of nations
I don't want to rush to this
take
weed line
comfort
or
from our
edge to
present
cover up a
course.
dolphin and not be prepared.
both
So,
sides
take a
overburdened
minute, get ready.
by the
Now,
cost
as we
of modern
start to
weapons,
go towards the weed lines, a couple
both
things I'm going
rightly
to do.
alarmed by
I'm not
the
going to drive
steady
to the weed line,
spread of the
stop and
deadly
pull it out of
atom,
gear and start looking at the
yet
weeds
both
in front of me
racing
or the
toward
edge. In general,
that uncertain
remembering that
balance of
I've mapped
terror
out my plan for the day,
that stays the
I'm going
hand
to
of
know
mankind's
which
final
way the
war.
current's going.
So let
Because
us
if you
begin
start getting
anew.
into the fish and you turn the
Remembering on
wrong
both
way,
sides
it could take you a
that
long way
civility
from your
is not
final
a sign of
destination,
weakness,
which is home here.
and
So
sincerity
what I'm going
is
to do
always
is,
subject to
knowing
proof.
that current is going in
Let
this
us never
direction,
negotiate out of fear,
I probably
but let
will
us never
decide
fear
to
to
troll
negotiate.
into the current. Opposite way the current's going. Opposite way. Don't go with the current. Go into the tide. That way you can always make
Let
your way
both
back.
sides explore
So
what problems unite us,
I approach it. I get
instead
out
of
2
belaboring
rods.
those problems which
In
divide
general,
us.
for me, when I'm trying, it's a heavy-duty
both
spinner,
sides
20-pound
for the
spinner,
first
25-pound line, somewhere in that class. And I'm
formulate
fishing
serious
2
and
strips,
precise
2 bonita
proposals
strips or 2 small
for
lures
the
with no bait.
inspection and control of
Dolphin will
arms,
eat them every time, and I
and
want to pick
bring
up the
the
pace, and I'm going to
absolute
start to
power
travel.
to
I want
destroy
to
other
spend some
nations
time going
under
down
the
this weed line to
absolute
really
control
figure
of
out:
all
are there
nations.
fish here, or am I wasting my time on this weed line? Now, how long I'm going to troll is going to
let
matter.
both sides seek to invoke
I'm not going to spend a lot of
the
time
wonders
here.
of science.
I may go up this
instead
weed
of
line
its
and I'm
terrors.
visually looking for bait.
Together,
I'm visually
let us
looking for
explore
birds
the
out in front of
stars.
me. When I say
Conquer the
bait,
desert.
now I'm looking over at the edge.
Eradicate disease.
You know, I may be
Tap the
100 feet,
ocean
200
depths.
feet. I'm looking for flyers getting
encourage
up.
the
I'm looking
arts
for
and
dolphin
commerce.
out in front of me
Let
while
both
we're
sides
traveling.
unite to heed
And in general,
in all
if you're
corners of the
trolling,
earth
let's say we're trolling in
the
this
command
direction.
of Isaiah
Okay,
to
and
undo
you have
the
two
heavy
lines
burden
out.
and let the
Two
oppressed
lures
go
or
free.
two strip baits. As I troll in this
And
direction, on
if
this
a
weed
beachhead
line
of
or edge,
cooperation
generally this
may
bait's
push
going to get
back
hit
the
first.
jungle of
In
suspicion,
general, because he's going to make his way
let
off the
both
weed line
sides
or edge
join
to
in
your
creating
inside bait.
a new
Now,
endeavor.
I'm
Not a
looking in
new
this
balance of
direction.
power,
Okay, I'm
but a
looking
new
up the
world
weed
of
line or
law,
edge as I make my way
where
down
the
it.
strong
Now,
are just
realistically,
and the weak secure.
I would say 30
and the
minutes
peace
max.
preserved.
If I don't see bait or anything and I feel
All
like I got a
this
dead
will not
weed
be
line,
finished
sometimes there's not going to
in
be
the first
bait on
100
that.
days.
So I'm not going to consume my whole
Nor will
day
it be
wasted
finished
on
in the
something that
first
looks good
1,000
but
days.
doesn't have the ingredients
Nor
that I
in the
need.
life
So
of this
again, trolling
administration,
into the current, the
nor
two
even
rods.
perhaps in our lifetime.
If
on
I
this
got 5
planet.
rods out,
But let us
and
begin.
I go down the edge, and all of a sudden I look up here in front of me, and I notice a board there. Now, if there's that floating
In
debris,
your
we're going to talk
hands,
about it. If there's
my
a
fellow
if
citizens,
something's floating there, and all of a sudden
more
I
than
notice that
mine,
there's
will
30,
rest the
40,
final
50 dolphin and
success
stuff's
of
getting
failure
all over, and there's
of
maybe
our
a bird
course.
now comes down, changes the whole
Since this
complexion
country
of
was
having
founded,
5 rods out, because the minute I hook 5 fish
generation
here,
of Americans
now
has
there's a
been
lot of
summoned to give
disorganization.
testimony
You haven't
to its
simplified
national
what
loyalty.
you've done. You've hooked
The
5
graves
fish,
of young
and in the
Americans
time that you're dealing with
who
5
answered
fish,
the
A,
call
you
to
either
service
can't find that when you go to find
around
it
the
again,
globe.
or B,
now the trumpet
your rotation of the way
summons
you're
us
supposed to
again.
catch dolphin to really fill the
Not
box
as
is
a
not
call
done
to
right
bear
because it's
arms,
taken you too long.
though
Now
arms
you've
we
got
need.
5 rods in the mix that
Not as a
generally
call to
most people
battle,
don't use spinning rods
though in
for
battle
trolling.
we are,
So now you've got to take 5
but a
conventional
call
rods
to
and
bear
find
the
a spot
burden
for them.
of a
And now
long
let's get the
twilight
spinners
struggle,
out. A, it takes too
year
long,
in
it's not simple,
and
and there's
year
too many
out,
rods in the way. So,
rejoicing in hope,
I'm only fishing 2 spinners.
patient in tribulation.
That's it. And let's just say
struggle
as I
against the
troll
common
up
enemies
this,
of man,
I want
tyranny,
to cover as much ground as I
poverty,
can. So let's just say I want to
and
go
war itself.
8 to 12 knots.
Can we forge against
That's a
these
fast
enemies?
clip. In general, an
grand
average dolphin
and
troll
global
7 to 8
alliance.
knots. That would be average. But for right now,
North and
8 to
south,
12 knots. I'm
east and
traveling.
west,
I'm moving up. I got
that
my
can
strips with
assure
little
a
lead
more
heads
fruitful
behind them,
life
and I'm making
for all
way. Okay,
mankind.
so
Will you join
before we go on to
in
that, into the next part of it,
historic effort?
recapture. We've made our way. We pulled it back. We saw our edge. We got everything ready. We put out our 2 rods. We started
In the
to troll
long
into the
history
current
of the world,
on the
only a
clean
few
blue water
generations
side. Or the
have
clean.
been
You got 2
granted the
sides to it.
role
Remember the smoke blue water or the dirty
defending
green.
freedom
Now you got the clean
its hour
side.
of
I'm going to
maximum
choose
danger.
the clean side. I don't want to
do
shag
not
grass or
shrink
pull
from this
grass off my lures.
responsibility. I
want
welcome
to go
it.
on the better water side, and in general, that's what you want to pick. If they look the same,
I do
if they
not
look the
believe
same, spend
that
a
any
little
of us
time on this side
would
and go to the
exchange
other side. Now,
places with
sometimes
any other
you'll have
people
clean blue water that
or
has an
any
edge
other
in it where the
generation.
water looks good on both sides.
The energy,
Spend some time on
the
this side,
faith,
spend
the
some time on
devotion,
that side.
which we
Make your
bring
way
to
up it.
this
Now,
endeavor.
Recapping what side to
We'll
fish,
light
we
our
talked about
country
that,
and
the
all
turtle grass and the
service.
seaweed. You saw the pictures of
And the
those,
glow
generally
from that
the
fire
good seaweed, sargasso,
can truly light the
holding more
world.
bait. Direction to
And
troll,
so,
into
my
the
fellow
current.
Americans,
How long to troll? 30
ask
minutes.
not what
2
your
rods
country
max.
can
2
do
rods
for
max.
you.
Again, guys, if you
Ask
have
what
2
you can
conventional
do
rods,
for
that's
your
fine too. You don't have to have spinning rods. But to me, it's just easier because I can incorporate those 2 spinners into doing the rotation as I catch and fill the box
My
once I
fellow
get covered
citizens
up.
of the world,
So there you go on weed
ask
line and
not
edge. Dissect
what
this.
America will do
Importance
for
of
you,
each one.
but what
We got a few other
together
things
we can
going
do
on.
for the
Let's get
freedom
it
of
tight
man.
here. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Finally, whether you are
Great point. Great
citizens
point.
of America or
Question was,
citizens
how
of the
close do you
world,
get to a weed line if you
Ask
see
of
one
us
or an
here
edge? And that is a great question, I
same
got to tell you.
high standard of
I would say if
strength
I had
and
a comfortable
sacrifice
number, 100
which we
feet
ask of you.
to 200 feet.
With a good conscience,
If this edge
our only
or
sure
weed line
reward, with
off
history
either
the
side of
final
my boat
judge of our deeds,
You have to remember that
Let
a
us
dolphin,
go forth to lead
at
the
times,
man we
if
love,
you've done a lot of big game fishing,
asking his
I've had
blessing
dolphin come from the
and
side
his
of a
help.
spread with
But
lures out
knowing that
from
here on
100,
earth,
200, 300 feet
God's
away,
work
and all of a sudden all
must
you see
truly be
is
our
greyhounding. They already hear your boat. Remember, you're generally in a place where most boats don't travel, so the fact that you start driving up the sweet line, now you got the sound of your motors, you got your depth finder that's probably pinging the bottom, and you got two baits that are back here making sound, they're vibrating. Do not get too close to the weed line. If you're running up the weed line, 20 feet from a weed line, and I'm looking over and I'm staring at, you're probably spooking everything that's on the weed line. At the same time, you're probably in fear of maybe running over a log that would have held all the dolphin that now you're going to spook. So 150 feet, 200 feet, long enough so you can still see action or grass. If you want to slide up there for a minute or two where you can look and see and kind of investigate the grass or the seaweed and look into it and, oh, there's a couple baits there, this actually looks real good. Or you can really see there's nothing there and we're wasting our time. So great question. I would say 150 to 200 feet. Any other questions? Good. Let's go to the next important segment, dolphin fishing. Talk about floating debris.